Right, old school listeners will remember it was 24 years ago today. 24 years ago today that I actually busted out of the studio before the end of the program. And I think that's the only time I've ever done that. But I did so because Janet was giving birth to our first son, Jake Rome. 24 years ago today. An iconic and unforgettable moment as we had our very first child, and Janet threw Jake Rome, a tremendous dude and a son that I am extremely proud of and I love very much, and who is joining us right now. Jake, happy birthday. How you living, kid?
What up, pimp? How we doing?
I'm great, dude. How you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show. First off, I'm a longtime fan of yours. I've been a fan of you for about 24 years now, so I'm pleased to be here.
All right, so that's good. Be sure to acknowledge the clones. That's always a good play, too.
Yes, thank you, clones, for supporting this guy over here. You guys are the best fan base out.
All right, so Mom and I were saying last night, holy bleep, how can we have a 24-year-old son? Pretty mind-blowing to both of us. How about you? How does 24 feel to you?
I mean, Logan texted me this morning. Rogan Loam hits me with the, "You're becoming more of an uncle every single day." And I'm like, well, thanks, buddy. So, I mean, it feels good, man. It's kind of crazy to me, too. I still feel like I was living back with you guys, but, age is a mentality. I still feel like a kid and I'm still working hard. So I'm happy to be 24.
All right, so Rogues is a different breed altogether. So what did Rogues mean by "you feel like an uncle to me now"?
So he verbatim called me unk. He said you're more unk every single day, which is little Gen Z slang. And I didn't really know how to say thank you. So I went, all right, thanks, buddy.
He unked you. You're more
hmm
unk every single day. So what's the response to if I'm more unk every single day? And you kind of are, and that's a good thing. It's positive. If you're more unk, what is he more each day?
Degenerate. I don't know. I mean, he's out having fun, partying in Boulder, but he just turned 20. I mean, the kid, we love him, but it's his time to have fun. It's my time to lock in and handle business. So I'll happily take Unk every day when I know I can pay my own bills, and he's not quite there yet. So,
No, and by the way, to be fair, I remember when you were 20. So I get that. Listen, Rogan Loam was home for spring break last week. You know this, with his whole crew. Great dude. Great dude. But it made me think of something that you told me once that still cracks me up to this day. And I quote, "Pops, you and I grind so Logs won't have to." It's funny. But it's not uncommon, right? Same house, same message, same gene pool, but like so many sibs, you guys, while all love, are pretty much different. So one final thought. How would you describe Rogues?
Man, well, to start, he's a phenomenal kid. Don't get it twisted. He's got a heart of gold. He's a great friend. He's a very accommodating person. I mean, if you ever get the chance to meet Rogan Loam, it'll be a good experience. But he's definitely more go with the flow. I think we got a little more of the type A, let's schedule out our days and, really lock in on what we need to do. Where Logan, I think, looks for adventure and he kind of looks for fun and wants to be a little more spontaneous, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So when the two of us do get to come together nowadays and have a night out or go out on the lake or something, it's a great time.
No, I love this. One of my favorite things is you guys are tight. He looks up to you and you adore him, and it's great. As a parent, that's all you can ever want. I always assumed that if we had two boys, you'd beat the crap out of each other, but that's never happened. It's never been like that. You might have been frustrated with him for a time when he was younger. However, I was frustrated with you for a time when you were younger, and it's all love now. So, Jake, what are you doing for your birthday?
It's a great question, Pop. Well, I started with a brunch this morning, hit the gym after that, came back and just got ready to talk to you. So I had a big celebration last week with a bunch of friends out in Chicago, great city, a lot of UW-Madison alumni live out there now, so always fun to go. And then tonight I'll be going to downtown Madison bars with every friend I've got in town and drinking for as long as I can until I have to wake up at 4:30 tomorrow for a shoot. So it's a good day.
That's what I like, man. Get that grind on. So as somebody, and obviously you just laid it out there, you still live in Madison. Do you get to Chicago very often?
I do when it's nice, when it's not 30-mile-an-hour winds and freezing. We typically don't see the friends out there because it's not worth that drive. But, once it gets nice out, it's a gorgeous city, man. I mean, It's good that I don't care about sports as much as you do because I'm not going out there for the sports teams. That said, I did get to hit a Sox and Angels game last week. That was a blast with some of my best friends, and I try to go at least 1 or 2 times a month when the weather's nice.
What a horrible decision. Sox and Angels. Now, you're not the sports guy that I am, but you are a baseball guy. You played baseball in high school, so you do love baseball. And you will text me on baseball. What was the White Sox Angels experience like for you?
Pops, I could have watched paint dry, and that would have been more exciting. It was the Saturday game that ended 1-0. There was not a single extra base hit. The best part of it was the Chicago dog. The Chicago dog and a couple of tall boys. But when I tell you, and look, I love the Angels, unfortunately. I'm going to ride with them forever. They're our hometown team. We would go as a family growing up to games all the time. But when I tell you, the only times I've ever seen Mike Trout in the past 5 years, it has not been the prettiest thing, but he's still my GOAT. I still love him. Still great to go see some ball in person, let alone on opening weekend. So it's only up from there, you know?
It's my son, Jake Rome. He's joining us on his 24th birthday. So, Jake, a lot of the audience knows that you did go to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. They may or may not know what you've been doing since then. Bring them up to date. What have you been doing since you graduated in 2023?
Yeah, so I graduated. I took a few weeks, to come home, spend some time with you guys, and then just got right to work. I work for a company called Discover Media Works out in Wisconsin. They put together a bunch of great programs and corporate pieces. They run the TV shows Discover Wisconsin, Uniquely Wisconsin, and Into the Outdoors. I started as an associate producer, and after a handful of months, got promoted to just a regular producer. And now I oversee a bunch of projects, anywhere from digital shorts to full broadcast length episodes. I did work with their podcast, The Cabin, for a while. Now I'm leaning a little more towards Uniquely Wisconsin, which are all mini documentary short pieces that cover kind of unique people and places around the state. So following in the footsteps.
Attaboy. Listen, I beat you to the Radio Hall of Fame, but you won an Emmy before I did, and I could not be more proud of that. What was that like, and what was the Emmy for?
I mean, that was a surreal thing. They say the harder you work, the luckier you get. And that's really kind of the situation I felt. I was grateful to be one of 5 crew members on this short. We did a piece on the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. So the ladies from League of Their Own. There was an 80th anniversary in Wisconsin where they celebrated some of the women that played for the Kenosha Comets, or at least that was the team that was in Kenosha, and they honored these ladies. And we did a whole piece on their story.
Hey, Jake, I see it. Jake, excuse me, I see it. I see the Emmy over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there, see it?
Oh, yeah,
see
I
it?
staged
there you
that
go.
for you right there.
Okay. So finish that thought. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's all good. But no, I mean, it was truly a really special thing to see, these ladies that played for the actual teams. I mean, just working on the piece itself as a baseball fan and as a producer was amazing. And to see them watch, a current all-woman team play as they try to grow women's baseball again. They got to meet, swap jerseys, and it was just a beautiful moment for the sport of baseball. And the fact that I got to work on a piece and let alone be included on the team that won a Chicago Emmy for it it was the best experience of my life.
Good for you. It was beautiful. All right, so you're working your side hustle, which I also love because I know it's not interfering with your day job. You understand the importance of that. But you're working on a doc. What is the doc called and how did it come to be? What's it about?
So just to start, I play in an amateur men's league baseball team. We are the
softball or baseball?
Oh, hardball, baby. Come on. We're not playing softball. Get out of here. We are the Madison Muskies Baseball Club, based off of the Muskies that used to be a major league affiliate based in Madison in the 80s. And my co-director, Jim Malowitz, and he's our catcher, great guy, really just wanted to kind of tell a story of these characters. So our documentary is going to be called Men's League. You could see all updates on Instagram at Men's League Doc. That's kind of our hub where we do short form content updates as we make the documentary throughout this year with plans to release in early 2026. And really just think it's like if Eastbound and Down meets The Office meets a Ken Burns film. It's a very different kind of thing because we're a different group of dudes. And it's, we all come together from different ideological, socioeconomic, geographic backgrounds. We're from all over the country. It's multi-generational. We've got guys as young as 20 that are already homeowners. And we've got guys that are 45 years old and just live to play baseball as long as their bodies can take them. So it's about baseball, but we really want to tell a story that emphasizes, good dudes just being good dudes and getting involved with your local community, giving back, how we get involved and give back to the community that lets us play ball throughout the whole summertime. And, it's a little bit of an arc of, vengeance. We lost our championship last season, and now we're all hungry. We want to fight back to get back to that spot and try to win it all on camera this year. So if you love, community stories or kind of love this amateur baseball, get into the nitty gritty, we have some great characters. It's some really heartfelt stuff, and definitely go check it out. It's a Men's League Doc on Instagram, and it'll be streaming sometime eventually in 2026.
Atta boy, love hearing that. All right, so ultimately, what do you see yourself doing? I don't need the ultimate answer right now per se, but what about the ultimate mission? Where do you want to end up?
It's hard to say, Pops. I mean, you know better than anyone, this industry shifts and changes, and it's kind of, I just want to see what happens to it. I mean, I'm going to stick here for the next year and change as we finish this documentary, try to get through some Wisconsin film festivals and regional stuff to start. And then from there, I don't know. I mean, the company I work with now, we put out a lot of great work. They're giving me episodes. We're signing on to, longer length documentaries, which goes in tandem with my passion project. So, I would love to make it to a bigger market eventually, either come join you back out in LA or go to New York or something of the sort. But I just want to keep doing the work. I want to keep telling good stories. I love producing. I'd love to maybe even find a career on camera, because I am, the more attractive one between us. Maybe not Rogan Loam, but
What? What? What, dude? Dude, what you would give to look as good as I look at 60 right now? You don't even look as good at 24 as I do at 60. Are you sure you want to go there?
We should ask the clones. I mean, they might have some opinions on that, but it's all love, man. I'm just teasing.
Yes,
But
me too.
I,
Me too.
but I just want to keep creating stories. I want to keep producing, maybe host
By the
some
way,
things.
Logan's better looking than both of us. And Mama's
Oh
better
yeah, I
looking than
gave
all
that
of
to
us.
him. There's no contest there. He's Rogan Loam, man. He's a party animal.
These rogues. But you just want to keep creating. One last thought. And when Logan was on, a lot of people said, hey, man, we just knew that we were going to get an entitled D-bag, and he's not like that. And I know people will watch you. This is what your mother and I are most proud of, that you're great kids and great people and not entitled at all. So one last thought. Back to the Badger Nation, which I have so much respect for. How did a kid who grew up in Orange County end up in Madison, Wisconsin? And how would you describe that experience in your time there as a student and even right now?
Great question. And first, props to you and Mama. I mean, you guys are great people and great parents. Logan and I are the way we are because you guys have raised us right. Um, Madison, I wanted to go into journalism initially. They have a great J school. So coming out of high school, Orange County's a bubble. I wanted to go see the country. And, because I wanted to be a journalist at the time, I felt I need to move somewhere else and see how America really works and functions. And, Southern California is one of the best places ever, but it's not quite real life or representative of how the rest of this country goes about its business. So that was kind of the initial thought, and then we went and toured, and I just fell in love with the campus, man. I mean, it's right on an isthmus between two lakes, strong pride, good football team. That was not something I really had in high school, so I wanted to see, competitive
Or
athletic
even cared
program.
about. And I try to tell you, this is what you want to do. You want to go to a big-time sports conference because it will impact your sports experience. And it did, right? You loved it.
It did. It was fantastic. I mean, our best memories are football, basketball games, mostly football, just because, the whole school, the whole state rallies around Badger football. I mean, it's unlike anything I've seen out west. And I mean, quality academics, and it's just a friendly city. It's a great, great place to be in your early 20s, through working. And I have a great job. I'm in my apartment right now. I pay my own bills. I can afford to live by myself out here, which is a big plus. And that was one thing that we always talked about. You're like, I'll help you through college, but once you graduate, you got to figure it out. And this has been a place where I've been able to figure it out and take care of business and have fun while doing it. So,
Well, like I said, after Logs came on, I couldn't have been more proud of him and the way he showed up for this, because that was Mama's idea, not our idea. Logs and I both pushed back. This one was my idea. I'll take credit for this because I love you very much, and I couldn't be more proud of you, Jake. Happy birthday. Have a great time. And I mean that, dude. You're an awesome, awesome dude, and I love you very much.
thank you, Pops. I love you too. This has been a blast. I really appreciate the opportunity. And thank you, clones, for everything too. You guys are part of the family.
Attaboy. Jake Rome. Good job, Jake. Really proud of you. So if you clones want to jump up in here and again say, dang, Rome, you seem pretty proud of the kid. I'm really proud of the kid. Both of them. Both great dudes. Both great dudes.